would be impossible for me to overstate the importance of finding good mentors in the legal field. Not only can mentors help you land the law school of your dreams or the job of your dreams, but they can also really help fill in the gaps of your knowledge and answer questions that you don't even know that you have. I find this topic so important because my mentors, both those that have been in my life short term and long term, have in part inspired me to make this channel and the videos that I choose to do. For those of you who are still looking for those mentors to be in your life and get to know you and answer your specific questions, I hope that these videos stand in the gap to supplement that knowledge in some way. Finding mentors in the legal field can be tricky, so that's why I've come up with 3 practical things that you can do to locate them and connect with people. Not included in this list is the obvious, talking with people in your friends and family group to ask them about their experience going through law school or working in the legal fields. But for those of you like me who didn't have anybody like that, here's tip number 1. At your school, whether you are in college or in law school already, connect with your career center. Career centers are often associated with finding you a job, but they also are going to know a lot of alumni from the school who are already working in a job that you might be interested in, even if that job doesn't currently have any openings that you're qualified to apply for. My career center has hooked me up with alumni all over the country who are working as prosecutors or public defenders or otherwise in some area of my interests, who I've been able to reach out to and establish a connection with on the sole basis that we went to the same school and know the same person at that school. This connection can be established super easily just by sending an email that says, "Hey, my name is Nicole and I'm a 3L at Washington University. My career counselor gave me your information and suggested that I reach out to ask you some questions I have about your position and how you got there. Would you mind setting up a time where we could talk?" It really is that simple, and if you need a more thorough template of what that email or cold phone call should look like, your career center can always help you out with that as well. Number 2, use social media. I'm talking Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn especially. Just go ahead and send out a message and see if anyone responds. There's no shame at all in posting something very generic for everyone who follows you to see, saying that you're looking for help with a particular question or looking to connect with somebody in a specific field. Facebook is pretty good because even if you don't directly know someone, you might know someone who does, so they can go ahead and tag them in your comments and get you connected that way. LinkedIn, of course, is specifically designed for things like this, where you can search a specific office, look at all of the employees who have public profiles who work at that office, and then directly message them. I actually just got a reply to a message I sent 5 months ago, and turns out that I'm currently externing in that person's office. I might be able to recognize each other now if we happen to pass by in the same hallway. I think that you'll find a lot of people are willing to help if they know that you're looking for it. Number 3, circle back to opportunities that didn't work out the first time. What I mean by that is pretty simple and especially applicable if you are a second or third year law student. If you didn't take one job your first year, either because it wasn't offered to you or because you took something else instead, circle back with those people that you applied to in the first place, reiterate your interest, and ask if anyone would be available to answer additional questions about the office. Of course, that conversation doesn't have to be limited to the office. You can start asking about that connection's career choices, opinion about the field that you're going into, and advice for you as someone who might be interested in entering it. Actually, it's a pretty amazing story. I used exactly this process by reaching out to an internship who I never heard back from, asking if I could hop on a phone call with someone. When I was on the phone with their internship coordinator, he asked where else I was applying. I was honest and listed a bunch of offices, but left one out because I hadn't been able to get in touch with anyone. He seemed surprised that I left that one off the list, asked me why, and when he heard the answer, he said, "Oh, I know someone in that office. Would you like me to connect you?" I said, "Yes, of course," and he gave me a name. So next time I just called the general line for that state's attorney's office, I asked for this specific person, and 3 months later, I'm working there. As you might be able to tell, a lot of these tips are based off putting your ego aside and admitting that you need help. I'm sure that if you try these tips out, you will be encouraged by how many people are willing to give it to you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any more tips for people looking for mentors in the legal field, or if you've tried any of these things out and found that they worked. As always, I would love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, God bless.